Hi my dolls, welcome back to my channel. Today we're going to be making an outfit, a onesie for a baby. It doesn't matter which baby you use. If you learn the method, you'll be able to make this outfit for any size baby. And so basically it is going to be a romper. So we want to make sure that the width is going to be that's not going to be too short for the baby's torso. And then we're going to add a little bit extra because you're going to need to add your elastic at the top and also your elastic at the bottom. So I have cut 2 squares exactly the same size. I'm going to layer them like so. Double check that it's well above the torso. Then I'm going to fold it like this because I need to make the opening for the armholes. So basically when this is folded down, when the top part is folded over the fabric, you want to be sure that you still have some room for the arms to go through. And hem, fold that down, hem that part, hem this part, and do the same thing on this one. Now we're going to go along the edges with just a drop of glue and spread that out to prevent the edges from fraying. If you want to spend extra money for proper fabric glue, you can, but the Elmer's glue does work fine at preventing frays. Okay, we have our 2 pieces. Now we're going to sew them back together. I know it seems counterintuitive, but this is the easiest way. So you'll sew that part, and then after that we're going to sew in our elastic, and then we're going to sew this other side. So this part is sewn, and you're going to flip it like this, and well, actually sew like this upside down. So you're going to flip it like this and sew your elastic into the bottom. Oh wow, I should have cut this a little bit wider because we are cutting it close. Look at that. Yeah, we're cutting it so close. That way it gathers. Then I pull some more. Come on, gather. It looks like somewhere along the way I sewed into the elastic on accident, and that's why it's not gathering the way I need it to. So I did fix that a little bit. I just kind of tore it off. And so you basically want to make sure this can stretch over the legs, and then you're going to fold it this way and sew this part into this part and up. Once you have the bottom of that sewn, you want to go to the top and do the same thing. Pretty much right here. So once you have that part sewn, you want to go to the top, fold that down, and do the same thing, except that you're going to skip the gap. Sorry, there's dry glue on my finger. And go on this side, fold that down, sew it, and then this is going to connect on this side. This is so hard to like explain. It's going to connect on this side, and then you just sew this together, and then where you sew this, you're going to hide it by rotating the elastic underneath that part. So I have that sewn. I'm going to cut off. Okay, then I'm going to flip that inside out like so, and put that onto the baby. So here is how that came out. You can keep it as a dress or a shirt because it is a little bit short for this doll. We are going to try it on a Zuru mini baby, so give me just a second for that. But originally, the plan is to pull it like that and sew a stitch in the middle to make leg holes. And then these straps would come up some more. However, like I said, this particular piece is a tad bit too short for the baby Chrissy. Am I going to make a pattern so I don't mess up again? Probably not. I think it's because of my neurodivergence that I'm not really a pattern girly. I sew relative to whatever doll I'm working with. However, if you like patterns, there are tons of patterns that you can purchase from Etsy, and I'm sure there are tons of patterns that the YouTubers here in the doll community have provided to you for free. So yes, there's going to be content geared towards girlies like myself who are not pattern girlies and girlies who are pattern girlies. So it does fit the mini Zuru baby. This is the baby Chrissy compared to the Zuru mini baby. So it's smaller, that's why it fits better. Oh, I forgot to mention that I prefer sewing the stitch once the garment is flipped right side out, because if you sew the stitch when the garment is flipped wrong side out and then unflip it, you're going to have this extra bulk that is unnecessary, because as you can see, if you sew the stitch, you won't even see it. And it's far less bulk. Now on this side where we did that closure right there, you could cut the pattern in such a way where the closure right there would be at the back instead of on the side. However, I showed you the least complex method of doing this. Now, once you have the least complex method down, then you can work out a more complex method of putting the seams and lining it up in openings. And lastly, this is an optional step, but you can add buttons. I have little teddy bear buttons. While I do believe the holes are big enough for the needle, I typically just glue on buttons with E6000. But honestly, look how cute these little teddy bear buttons will be. And I get those from Temu. So that's going to do it for the video. Please like and subscribe if you like videos like this. I know it was a little imperfect, but we're going to do better next time. Thanks for watching. Bye.